Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. President William Ruto is a very shrewd politician. And William Ruto is a schemer. And personally, I doubt if his opponents will be able to catch up with him, because he's pulling some very strange moves. William Ruto today nominated or announced the nomination of Mama Ida Odinga as the new permanent representative to UNEP. Ladies and gentlemen, that nomination of Mama Ida Odinga has caught the entire country by surprise. Edwin Sifuna and Winnie Odinga are actually crying as we speak. Let me read for you just one or two paragraphs of this appointment. Presidential nomination of ambassador or permanent representative, United Nations Environment Program. His Excellency the President has, in exercise of the prerogative vested in the head of state and government, caused the nomination of Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, EGH, for appointment as ambassador or permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program. Canon Dr. Ida Odinga is a distinguished educationist, civic leader, and an acclaimed advocate for social justice and gender equity. She began her professional journey as a graduate teacher at Highway Secondary School in Nairobi, and later at Kenya High School, where over a decade in the classroom nurtured a deep-rooted and enduring commitment to the education, inspiring and guiding successive generation of future leader. Mama Ida Odinga was the lifelong companion of the former Prime Minister, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, until his demise on 15th October 2025. Let us just end it there. Ladies and gentlemen, this appointment is deep, and I want to reveal to you guys the objectives which William Ruto wants to achieve through this particular appointment. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the political objectives which President William Ruto wants to achieve through this appointment? Remember, Mama Ida Odinga, just as William Ruto has pointed out here, worked at Kenya High. For over 30 years, Mama Ida Odinga has not worked for the government of Kenya. As a matter of fact, she was fired when Raila Odinga was detained. So which means William Ruto is also trying to make history by appointing Mama Ida Odinga to a public office. Ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the objectives which President Ruto wants to achieve? Before I give you that, there is also something, this is a nomination, which means it will have to go through Parliament for vetting. Let me read for you. Her appointment to this role, subject to requisite parliamentary approval, is expected to amplify Kenya's voice on environmental issues and further reinforce the country's long-standing leadership in environmental diplomacy, as well as its pivotal role as host of the UN Principal Environmental Authority. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of Ida Odinga will be submitted to Parliament for approval. What has the President done? Simple. The President has not thrown the ball back to ODM party. People like Caleb Amisi, will they vote for Mama Ida Odinga, or will they oppose the appointment of Mama Ida Odinga? How many ODM MPs are opposed to broad-based government? How many of them? Will they approve this appointment? And after approving this appointment, how will they behave going forward? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you what to expect for this appointment to materialize. But William Ruto wanted to achieve the following objectives. Number one, the president wanted to address the ODM politics. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is banking almost 100% on the support of ODM party for his re-election. He was banking on Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga passed on. And then Oburu Oginga was nominated. Then after the nomination of Oburu Oginga, cracks started emerging. And two camps clearly emerged in ODM party. Tomorrow, Oburu Oginga was expected, or is expected, to host a mega political event in Kisumu here, Siala. And as part of that, it was expected that they were going to endorse broad-based government. Then from nowhere, Winnie Odinga also called another meeting in Bondo the same day. I want to ask you, do you think that Bondo event will take place? Because this is what Raila Jr. has posted a few minutes ago. I am not a politician. I love everyone and respect everyone. My uncle has agreed to a family meeting on the 1st. I would like it sooner. I don't know what is happening. Msiningize kwa hizo. In short, that appointment of Mama Ida Odinga has forced the Odinga family back to the drawing board. Will Winnie Odinga oppose this appointment? I was told by someone yesterday that this appointment was actually supposed to be made yesterday. You remember when Ababu Namambo was moved to Uganda and Mangi was moved, I think, to Belgium. Someone told me Mama Ida was supposed to be appointed or nominated the same time. But Winnie and some allies of Mama Ida opposed it. But today, I think they realized that they were going to lose. So Ruto has managed now to solve the ODM equation as far as 2027 politics is concerned. Number two, William Ruto is also trying to keep Mama Ida Odinga away from politics. Because if you look at those who are opposed to Oburu Oginga or the other camp led by Sifuna, who was their godmother, the person they were looking up to lead them, the person who was still protecting them, was none other than Mama Ida Odinga. Now you remove Mama Ida out of the equation, which means you also remove Winnie Odinga out of the equation. Sifuna will be left alone. Baba Wino will be left alone. And of course, someone like Kaliba Misi will also be left alone. So that's a serious politics there. So the truth is, Ruto just wanted Mama Ida Odinga out of politics. As an ambassador, as an appointee of President Ruto, you will not expect Mama Ida Odinga to participate in politics, especially politics where the agenda is to remove Ruto. That will not happen. Number three is about the broad-based politics. I think Ruto is keen on making sure that all factions within ODM or Raila's faction are aligned with the broad-based government. William Ruto made a statement when Raila Odinga passed on the burial that will not allow ODM party to break. Otsosi, my friend, Sifuna, my friend, have been insisting on one thing. One thing they've been insisting on. That 10-point agenda. I'm 100% sure that either today or tomorrow, these guys are going to meet Mama Ida Odinga. And you'll start seeing some of them aligning towards broad-based government. You might not like what I'm saying, but some of these things, we say them like this, but they happen. You won't be surprised tomorrow to see Edwin Sifuna emerging out of nowhere. And because of the appointment, aligning himself with the broad-based government. And lastly, 2027 politics. William Ruto is already campaigning for 2027. And what most people don't know is that when Raila Odinga passed on, Uhuru Kenyatta stayed back down there. And With that act, the Odinga family really felt that Uhuru Kenyatta was the true friend to Raila Odinga. And there are those who are also saying that from that moment, he really got into the head of Winnie Odinga. And that's why Winnie Odinga decided now to take a different path. Because originally, the person who was supposed to be appointed as a minister or CS was Winnie Odinga. But after the meeting with Uhuru, sources are, she declined. So Ruto has been trying so hard. How can he remove the Odinga family or the Raila family from the grip of Uhuru? This appointment has achieved that, which means for 2027, I won't be surprised to see paying Mama Ida Odinga endorsing William Ruto's re-election. Tell me, what do you think of this appointment? William Ruto has used the power in his hands to actually solve a very complex political situation he was finding himself in. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.